Good morning and welcome to Vic and Vern Sports Show. I'm Vic and welcome to the Daily Sports Update Show. Yes, it's that time of the morning. It is 7 o'clock Central European time and it's time for a dose of updates on all the sports that have happened in the last 24 hours. And we've got a few things to get through. As you can see there on the topics, football, NBA, Major League Baseball, a little bit of NHL, some snooker, IPL cricket, a little bit of rugby. Today is Table Tuesday, so we'll be doing the tables quickly there in the football. There's no more tables in the NBA and the NHL and Major League Baseball. Tables will be done at across the pond show that is coming up later in the week. Don't forget that. So there we go. That's the topics for today. Email on top of my head if you want to get hold of us, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button because we're on our way to 153,000. We're on 152,322. There you go. So I was going to start with the North American sports this morning, but because the NBA is still ongoing and the last result's not in, we'll start with some football this morning. There you go, no problem. And the Premier League last night, the last game of the round was played, and Crystal Palace and West Ham, they played a boring 0-0 draw or 0-0 draw, however you want to say it. And good point for West Ham United against the relegation. West Ham are just constantly picking up points, so yeah, they're looking good. They will see that. Well, we won't see them in the table, but it's all about Tottenham right now. And can Tottenham get out of their rut, as we put it this way? Let me go back to the. Then there were other games quickly in Europe last night. Italy, yes, buongiorno a tutti. Lecce and Fiorentina drew 1-1. In the Portuguese Premier Division, Morenese beat Estoril 1-0. And in the Turkish Super League, there you go. These names are tough for me here this morning for the Turkish Super League. Gaziantep beat Kayserispor 3-0. So good job there for Gaziantep. Okay, I got the name. I got it through. I've done it. There you go. So let's move into all these tables here in Europe quickly. Look in the Premier League, that's the top of the Premier League, and that is really tight there between Arsenal and City. It's a toss-up. Anybody can still win the league. City got 6 games to go. Arsenal got 5 games to go. They both got some tough games still in there. They're both lucky they're not playing Man United, otherwise they would be dropping points. Talking about Man United, we're in third ahead of Aston Villa and Liverpool. I think those 5 have got those Champions League spots nailed on. With 5 games to go, Chelsea's stuttering all the time. They've got to be careful. Brentford, Bournemouth, Brighton and Everton don't overtake them and knock them totally out of Europe. Then in the Spanish league there in La Liga, Barcelona is up by 9 points. So it's looking very good for Barcelona. 7 games still to go there, but looking good for Barcelona. Villarreal should be making a Champions League spot as well as Atletico Madrid. Then in the Italian league, yes, bonjour, there you go, Inter. Now look, 5 games to go, Inter's up by 12 points, so theoretically Inter can become champions this weekend if they win, and if they win and AC Milan doesn't win, something like that consolation, or it's still 12 points after this weekend, then Inter will be crowned champions of Italy. Milan, Naples and Juventus fighting it out for 2, 3 and 4. Como in a good 5th position there, and Roma in 6, also in the European spot. Then we have a champion, yes, in Germany. Guten Morgen Deutschland. There you go. Bayern Munich, once again, as expected, the champions of Germany. 4 games to go there in the Bundesliga. They cannot be caught. Dortmund in 2nd, Leipzig in 3rd, and at the moment it's Stuttgart. Yeah, they're all fighting for those Champions League spots. Hoffenheim, Leverkusen still got a chance to get into the top 4 to make the Champions League, so we'll see what happens there. Then in the French League, due to the loss that Paris Saint-Germain had on the weekend, it's tightened up a little bit. It's a 1-point difference there, but PSG do have a game in hand, or 2 games in hand on everybody else. 1 game in hand on Lens. Lens is a game in hand on the others as well. Lyon in 4th, Lille in 5th, 4th, Lyon in 3rd. So yeah, but I would say that the Champions League fight there is from Lyon all the way down to Monaco. So we'll see what happens there in the next few weeks. In the Portuguese league, that looks like Porto are starting to pull away and wrap that one up. They beat, they're out in front on 79 points. Benfica has taken the number 2 spot away from Sporting after their sensational win on the weekend. They'll beat Sporting 2-1 in the Lisbon derby there. Braga out there in 4th. In the Scottish League, yeah, the tightest league in Europe, I think. Hearts, Rangers and Celtic all in a fight there for this first spot. And the good thing is, the next 2-3 weeks, they're going to all be playing against each other. So we'll see what happens there. Let's hope that Hearts win. It will be a nice change there in Scotland after 300 years of domination between Rangers and Celtic. In the Turkish Super League, Galatasaray 4 points ahead of Fenerbahce Istanbul, followed by Trabzonspor and Besiktas. Yeah, it's still open. Look, theoretically, Trabzonspor is still in a championship battle, but we'll see. Galatasaray needs to drop points, and that doesn't happen often in the Turkish league. There you go. And then last but not least, we'll do the Swiss league. And we can almost congratulate FC Thun on winning the Swiss league, the biggest upset all around Europe. They are 14 points ahead of St. Gallen with 5 games to go. So this weekend, any drop points from St. Gallen or a Thun win, and they are champions of Switzerland. Congratulations to them. If you're my nephew Ryan, look away, but Basel is slipping down the table quickly, man. There you go. Oh, we'll do some IPL because we're still waiting for that last NBA result. There you go. IPL last night, the Gujarat Titans got hammered by the Mumbai Indians there in Ahmedabad in the Narendra Modi Stadium. Good win there for the Mumbai Indians. Then what does that mean for the standings? Look, you still have the Punjabi Kings out on top ahead of the Rajasthan. Oh no, what's it? The Royal Bangalore there ahead of the Rajasthan Royals. There you go. What's coming up today? Well, today Sunrisers Hyderabad will take on the Delhi Capitals, and tomorrow the Look Now Super Giants will take on the Rajasthan Royals. There you go. On Thursday we have the Mumbai Indians taking on the Chennai Super Kings. We'll move to snooker because we're going to do the US last today. Snooker, some results there last night. Ding Zhongyu beat David Gilbert 10-5. Kyron Wilson beating Stan Moody 10-7. Stan Moody was actually up 7-3, but Kyron Wilson won the last 7 frames, so well done to the Kyron Wilson. And then John Higgins took care of Ali Carter. Yeah, the pilot, or whatever he's called, the captain. His wings got clipped there, Ali Carter. John Higgins there winning that one 10-7. There you go. Rugby, we'll be doing the rugby later this afternoon. The show that we didn't do yesterday, the DEFCON rugby show, we'll be doing at 6 o'clock this evening. I think that's the plan. So we'll give you all the rugby updates then. So let's move into the North American sports. Let's go have a quick look if that game is done there in the NBA. Must probably not. So we'll have to must probably move over first and do some hockey and some. Now it's still 5 minutes to go there. Okay. So let's see. We'll start off with the NHL. There you go. The Flyers beat the Penguins 3-0, lead that series 2-0. The Senators lost to the Hurricanes 2-3, and the Hurricanes are leading that series 2-0. The Stars beat the Wild 4-2. That series is tied at 1-1. And the Oilers beat the Ducks 4-3 in a tight game there, and the Oilers are leading that series 1-0. They just started that series off last night. Lots more playoffs to come in the NHL tonight. Then we move to the Major League Baseball. Only 10 games yesterday. Only 10. Normally we have 15. So I'll mention all their names correctly and properly. The Detroit Tigers losing to the Boston Red Sox 6-8. It's a good win for the Red Sox. Much needed after their slump of late. The Houston Astros took care of the Cleveland Guardians. Too many C's in there. 9-2. The Reds, that is the Cincinnati Reds beating the Tampa Bay Rays 6-1. The St. Louis Cardinals losing to the Florida Marlins 3-5. The Atlanta Braves beating the Washington Nationals 9-4. The Baltimore Orioles took care of the Kansas City Royals 7-5. The Chicago Cubs, the Cubbies, doing well. They took care of the Philadelphia Phillies 5-1. Then in a big scoring game, the LA Dodgers, the reigning champion Dodgers, took care of the Colorado Rockies 12-3. The Blue Jays, the Toronto Blue Jays beating the California Angels 5-2. And last but not least, the Oakland Athletics beat the Seattle Mariners 6-4. The Oakland Athletics are doing a great job this season. I think they're on a mission here to go off and leave Oakland on a high. That's what they're trying to do there. There you go. Don't forget, NFL draft coming up. I did a show quickly last night, a little recording there on who's hot, who's not, who's going as number one. Have a look at that. Check out that. It's a cool video. That's on our other channel. That is the Vic and Vern's NFL. Check that out. The hashtag is @VicandVernNFL. Join up. Good stuff. Let's get into the NBA because that game is not going to be finished before I'm finished. So the Raptors lost to the Cavaliers last night. Let me just go get that. There you go. The Raptors losing to the Cavaliers. RJ Barrett had 22 points for the Raptors and 9 rebounds. Wasn't enough because Donovan Mitchell pulled off a show with 30 points and 7 rebounds for the Cavaliers. Cavaliers lead that series now 2-0. Then a little bit of an upset there, yes. The Atlanta Hawks knocking off the New York Knicks 107-106. CJ McCollum, the main man there for the Hawks, with 32 points and 6 assists. And for a losing Knicks team, Jalen Brunson at 29 points and 7 assists. Then the game that's still going on, that is in the fourth quarter, 4 minutes to go. And the Timberwolves are leading the Nuggets there 110-107. So that could be an upset because the Nuggets are leading that series 1-0. I can tell you now that Anthony Edwards is having a big one. He's on 30 points and 9 rebounds already. And Jamal Murray, the main man there for the Nuggets at the moment, with 30.6 rebounds and 7 assists. But I'll update you on that tomorrow morning. I'll remember to add that in tomorrow morning. There you go. What else? Did I forget anything? Hell no, I didn't forget anything. There you go. So that's the morning show for this morning. Short but sweet. We'll be back later this afternoon with Premier League predictions. Then we'll do the DEFCON Rugby show. And then there's live EuroLeague basketball tonight. It's the play-ins, 2 games there. I still got to talk to Vern if we're going to do both. If he's going to do one, I'm going to do one. If he only wants to do one, we'll see. There you go. But that's the morning show for this morning. Guys, have a wonderful day on this 21st of April. Almost Christmas. There you go. Guys, have a good one, man. Stay safe. Ciao, ciao.